Welcome back, guys, to the We Like Dota Tournament Finals. This is the inaugural season final. We're in Game 3 in a best-of-5 series. Team Patriot taking the first two games. And the Canadians still in it, but have to win 3 straight now. So it's Patriots' game to lose. Just need to make a quick announcement here. Okay, there we go. The work of an admin is never finished. So we're back in Captain's mode.
Radiant's ban.
Team Patriot as first draft. Canadians on the dire side this time.
Seconds to go.
There goes a Death Prophet for the first ban. So switching it up on the Patriot side in terms of the ban set. Canadians banning Nature's Prophet, who we saw had a great effect in the split push in Game 2. Then we've got the Undying ban on Team Patriot, leaving open the Axe pick that the Canadians requested, so very sportsmanlike of them.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds.
I gotta say, this group of 10 players, they are some of the friendliest players I have seen, and we are proud to have them in the league. Oh, just as I say they're good sportsmen, they leave open the Axe pick and then pick it up themselves. Okay. Ah, you cads.
Seconds to go.
So a silencer ban from the Canadians. I think that was one of their first bans in all 3 games. Or silencer. Never seeing a game this set of finals. Shadow Shaman has a pickup for the Canadians. That was one of their pickups in Game 1. A very fragile hero, but with good lockdown potential and, of course, good pushing potential in the form of his wards. We'll see if they can capitalize on it and gain some map control.
Tide Hunter.
There's a Tide Hunter. Very tanky, almost assuredly off-lane pickup for the Canadians.
Seconds to go.
And an early carry pickup for Patriot. We haven't seen Tiny yet this series.
Dyer's ban.
That should be fun to watch. Banning an IO. Wow. That's some high-level stuff there. Most likely thinking of the IO Tiny strats. But I gotta say, I'm impressed because I don't really normally see that even in pubs. Taking out the IO pick when you see a Tiny pickup.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. Dyer's pick.
So both mounted ladies, Mirana and Luna, out of the game. And now we're on to the mid picks. It'll be interesting to see where they lane the Tiny on Team Patriot. From what I've seen, he's an effective mid or safe lane carry.
Reserve time.
My guess is they won't make that determination until after they see what they're facing up against on the Canadian side. Wraith King coming in for the Canadians. I think they played him in game 2 as well.
Necrophos.
And a Necro pickup on Patriot. So there are some strong pushing heroes, ones that are able to cut lanes and fuel pushes. Tiny, once he gets his full tree, is able to knock down towers pretty darn fast. And Axe with his ability to cut lanes and Necro's ability to heal people on the fly. They do make for some heavily aggressive pushing elements.
Reserve time.
Necro is always a strong pickup in the pub scene, leading the Dota buff charts very often, especially since he is able to. I mean, his abilities are subtle, but the Heartstopper aura and actually his ultimate, his Reaper's Scythe, when he's able to knock heroes out of the game, there is an extended time before they can actually get back into the game. Due to his Reaper's Scythe, he adds 30 seconds of respawn time, which can be quite significant, especially now, I think in 6.83b, now that they've changed up the respawn time so that in the early game, the amount of time it takes you to respawn is longer. So, in combination with the Reaper's Scythe, it can be quite more of a disadvantage to die early in the game. And we'll see if that plays out in this game. We have an Enigma on the side of the Canadians. So some opportunities to yell Black Hole, I'm sure.
Seconds to go.
Invoker.
And Invoker for Patriot. Almost always a mid pick. Though they have surprised me with laning in the past. In general, he does need a solo lane, so that he can get the early levels that he needs in order to fuel his ability set.
10 seconds to go. Radiance ban.
But I gotta say, in general, I do love this set of picks on Team Patriot. I like every one of those heroes.
Seconds to go.
Personal preference.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
So if I'm not mistaken, Canadians do need their mid pickup here. They're going to need somebody who can lane against the Invoker well.
Dyer's pick.
They do ban the puck, so still open to the possibility that the Canadians would pick up the puck. Patriot doesn't want to see that against the Invoker, I would assume.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
And the Canadians carefully thinking this one through. Trying to find that perfect hero to spin the matchup. Not really sure what I'd want here.
10 seconds to go.
I'm sure that's what they're thinking too. There's a Venomancer, so they are going to go full push. Venomancer, Enigma, and Shadow Shaman all being strong pushers in the early game.
Skywrath Mage.
We've got a Skywrath Mage for Patriot. So the Canadians, with their back up against the wall, have picked a push lineup. And Team Patriot, looking to seal this in 3, picking up a very heavy aggressive lineup. So here we go. On the Dire side, we have Shektal on the Venomancer, Ovi's on the Wraith King, Civil Pirate on Tidehunter, Hoju Simpson on Enigma, and Damas on Shadow Shaman. A fast ping out here. Looks like they are going to go look for wards and make sure that they are not counter-warded. On Team Patriot's side, we have Evidin on the Invoker. He's headed off to mid. IQ is on Skywrath Mage. Boo is on Necrophos, Sinister on Tiny, and Captain Kadros on X. So it looks like they're going 2-1-2 on Team Patriot's side. On the Canadian side, we have a tri-lane headed to top. So a defensive tri-lane at least to start. And Tidehunter solo bottom. So it looks like they are guarding as 4 against aggressive warding. But we'll probably move to the Bounty Rune as 4 soon. Wraith King does have his stun skilled. Shadow Shaman has his shackles. Okay, shifting to position, knowing that the aggressive warding is not coming in. They are going to contest this. They're moving as 3 into the river. Stun the Tiny, but now they're going to get cut by the Axe and the Invoker. Shackles come out, but quickly gets interrupted. There's a fight. Axe does pick up the Bounty Rune. And Venomancer coming in to chase the Tiny. Invoker still caught in the middle of the exchange. Will blast Wraith King in the back, and then everybody will retreat to lane. So nobody taking too much damage, but yeah, Tiny and Sinister. Yes, that was scary. Yes, indeed. Everybody just clustered for the same rune spot. What an exchange. We've got Invoker versus Venomancer at mid. Interesting play. If I had to guess, I think that Invoker has the advantage in this matchup. Bottom lane, we have the solo hard lane Tidehunter versus Necrophos and the Skywrath Mage. It looks like, yes, Necro has the Heartstopper aura skilled first, so he's going to use that to just stay within Heart, and that's why he's playing so aggressively, is to stay within Heartstopper range to slowly eat away Tidehunter's health. He's got a large health pool, but Heartstopper goes right through his Kraken Shell. In top lane, what the heck happened there? Yeah, it looks like Shadow Shaman got Axe. Interesting. My guess is that Axe was playing aggressively at the creep line and got caught by the tri-lane with the double stun potential here. So Enigma, off in the jungle, looks like he's microing the creeps well. And he's got his Eidolons in progression. Let's see what build he went. Yeah, he went Clarities and Sage, so he's definitely going to be Jungle Enigma here. Really key, if you ever watch this sometime, the micro on Eidolons is so important in order to get the early advantage. They have to proc a certain number of attacks to spawn a secondary Eidolon. So making sure that you don't lose them to early aggression from jungle creeps while they are tanking for you is actually quite a skill to practice. So there's an early toss and call. Good initiation combo. Nuking down quite a lot of Wraith King's health bar, forcing him to lane back a bit. And it looks like we've got a clarity on Sinister's Tiny here, so they'll probably look for another toss and call when they can afford it. At bottom, there's a chase into side shop, Tidehunter, running from the team, but they are right behind him. Oh, that's an ugly spot to be in. They're going to chase him down and probably get him here. They just need one more hit. Oh, but he does have a wand, probably. No, he had stick. Was able to refresh and get out. So nicely played retreat on Tidehunter. And it looks like we have a Quas Wex build on the Invoker, so that'll be interesting. So instead of going max Forge Spirits first, he'll be looking to maximize personal damage and some utility in the form of tornadoes, EMP blasts, that kind of thing. It does give him an early escape as well, which is nice, because then you can get Ghost Walk early. Venomancer will find a DD rune and bottle it. And Invoker is leading the last hit chart. Enigma close behind with the jungling. So Venomancer is indeed having a hard time last hitting against the Invoker. And there's Skywrath Mage coming in. There's a good Sunstrike that connects for the Venomancer's head. And a well-coordinated team play there. So hard to escape when you're under pressure like that. When you're just low and you're just facing the Invoker, it's easier to dodge a Sunstrike, but when you have pressure from another hero who's clawing at you from the side, it's just hard to get away and dodge Sunstrikes. Oh, looks like Tiny fell. And there's... oh, good counter initiation. Axe looking to Culling Blade the Wraith King. He's still going for him. He does find him, but he might pay for it now. He tries to heal. He's taking tower hits, and he will fall. Shadow Shaman getting the kill. So quite a bit of trading there. We now stand at 2 kills to 3. Skywrath Mage now rotating top. Cutting through the tree line in order to grab the creeps and pull them. A great way to pull aggressively on the Radiant side. There's another toss and axe call. And they're going for the Wraith King. Wraith King will fall. Does not have his regen yet, of course. Or reincarnate, rather. So that Skywrath rotation does net a kill. And does give them the time to farm a pull. Back at mid, we have some ward play coming out from Venomancer, trying to counter the Invoker's advantage. And it looks like they are pushing up against the Invoker, between the wards and the creep line. Regen rune bottom. And let's see if Invoker is going bottle. He's going Midas first, which explains his farm advantage at the moment in terms of last hits. Or at least possibly does. Tidehunter goes in and he does get the
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
well, he had an advantage, but looks like we do have a good escape from the Necrophos. Able to walk away from that engagement. Skywrath Mage pulls the regen rune, and he's going to rotate bottom to help the Necrophos.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Top tower falls for Dire. Sinister's off here in the tree line, and it looks like he has a bottle here. Invoker pushing up on tower now, being chased by the wards from Venomancer there now. We've got a fabulous red TP for Max coming mid. Looks like there's going to be a fight over this bounty rune. There's the toss. There's the call. There's the Sunstrike, resulting in one dead Venomancer. And they're going to walk up and take that bounty rune as well. Just regenning off bottle first, and then grabbing it. And it looks like Tidehunter picks up the illusion rune. Let's see how he micros the illusions. Sends one illusion into the jungle, chasing the Skywrath Mage. Skywrath Mage engaging, but there's the second one following up. And now that he knows they're illusions, he's going to fall back. Tidehunter heading back to shop, most likely. And Wraith King does have the Incarnate now. Reincarnate, rather. A lot of pings here. They're going mid. There's the toss and call. There's the Sunstrike. Good combinations. And Axe dunks the Venomancer for another kill. They're going to get out now before Wraith King and... Nope. Shadow Shaman coming in with the Serpent Trap, trying. He does trap him with the shackles, but able to slip the net. Oh, will fall to Wraith King before the Invoker is able to save him with a Chromatic Blast. And wow, Tiny also falls. So a good exchange for the Canadians, taking 3 kills to 1 on that whole fight. We're now at 5 kills to 8. But the Invoker play there was a nice attempt to get a... sorry, not Chromatic Blast. I always think it's Chromatic because of the Rainbow Splash, but it's Deafening Blast, which does a disarm. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time talking about his skill set because there's so many abilities to describe. And here's that push potential out of the Enigma Eidolons, taking down the mid tower fairly quickly. They'll go ahead and get this tower once the glyph fades. Here's Necro. Did show, and they're on the chase. There's the stun. There's a Meteor coming down doing quite a lot of damage. They're on the retreat but fighting as they go, which makes Wraith King fall. But here's a Black Hole catching 2 heroes, trapping them before they can get away, and that's 2 dead heroes for Patriot. Axe on the retreat, but he's awfully slow. Tiny now on the retreat, gets caught on the edge of the Ravage. All this AoE lockdown resulting in a lot of kills. Canadians now able to take out Tiny as well. Now there's a one-on-one fight. Skywrath Mage. Team's coming in to save the Enigma, but looks like they're going to wisely retreat. Canadians now with 4 heroes down, able to take the second mid-tower at their leisure. Glyph is down. Nope, I was wrong. Glyph is up. But with the Serpent Wards down and the Eidolons and the Poison Wards as well, that is a lot of secondary effect damage. Great pushing combination. Great potential to nuke down a tower when all their abilities are up. They take full advantage of it in that fight, yielding a good map advantage at mid. Invoker now with Yule Scepter. We'll see if this Midas pays off for him. It's kind of tough when the opponents are pushing up so fast that Midas actually does cost enough that it puts you at a disadvantage at the late stage of the early game. Still, he is leading the last hit chart. He's at 80 and 6, so I have a feeling that it's not actually going to slow him down enough to keep him out of this game. Looks like they might find the Enigma here. They do find the Shadow Shaman. They're looking for him. He's turned into a chicken before he gets tossed. There's Avalanche, but he's one-on-one now. He is able to dunk. He's on the run, but they are able to cut him down after that, and Tiny will get out. Skywrath Mage, slowing the Venomancer on their retreat. And he's able to put down a Mystic Flare. Here comes Chaos Meteor. Invoker coming in from nowhere. There's the ult. And they are able to kill him. Who got the kill? It was Necrophos. I wasn't sure if it was enough damage to actually, like, fuel the kill. Otherwise, certainly, when he has him under his ultimate, Necrophos gets the kill. That's just kind of one of the things, one of the side effects of his ultimate ability. And now with that exchange, Patriot turning it around and trying to take a mid-tower off of the Canadians. It's an interesting toss. Just waiting for that rune. Gotta refill the bottle. And it's going to be an illusion rune. Pops it immediately. Enigma now has Blink Dagger. And Black Hole is up, so he'll be looking for an opportunity to snag a team there. Wards are up. Wards, of course, are up on the Venomancer. So they're ready. Ready to take a tower here when they can, or take a team fight. They're looking for it. Axe comes in. He doesn't know the whole team is there. There's the Ravage. Oh, so much damage so fast. The wards come down. And that's 2 dead heroes for Patriot. Great counter initiation. Tidehunter does fall in that exchange, but it's probably worth it for the 1v2. The synergy between these heroes is, I think, what's pulling them through these team fights and these tower takedowns. They're on the chase, moving past the tier 1 tower. They are able to catch Necrophos with a stun. He tries to blast him with his Q, but it's not enough healing to save him from the nukes. And here come the wards and Eidolons again to take down Radiant's tier 1 tower in their safe lane, opening up a good portion of the map, giving the Dire side opportunities to farm in the Radiant jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower's done for.
In the meantime, Invoker invading the Dire side jungle. Not sure if they're going to find each other, this Tidehunter and this Invoker. Invoker, Yule Sceptering, going for the Meteor. Enough damage to nuke down Venomancer. Great combination. Here comes Tiny to back up Invoker. There's the Alacrity. Alacrity giving him bonus attack speed and damage. And all of these skills, by the way, are augmented. They will scale as he increases his levels in Quas, Wex, and Exort. Eidolon's pushing mid. That might be a bit of a distraction. We do have an invisible Shadow Shaman. Probably looking for a combination trap. If he can find a hero alone, he does have his ultimate up. And this might be his opportunity. Nope, fading back. Invoker on the move. Skywrath Mage will find a rune, pings it out for his buddy here. Oh, the Tiny, of course, with the bottle, right? So, both teams in farm/push mode. Most of Team Dire pushing it top. And there come the wards. They're going to take this tower. There's the glyph in response, but I don't think the team can get there in time to back it up. There's one TP. Smart TP, by the way. There's a secondary TP. Looks like the team's coming in, but they will not be able to deny the tower. That means more of a map advantage for Team Dire. They're moving well as a team this game, coordinating their abilities to take team fights. And there's the chicken. There's Shackles. There's the Ravage and the Black Hole catching two heroes. They're low in health. They will fall. Necrophost's ultimate not able to nuke down Shadow Shaman. Axe not able to get him either. He tries to dunk but misses. Invoker's alone. He is able to cap one guy, but he's in trouble now. Let's see if he can queue up an invisibility. Get a Ghost Walk going. No, his ultimate is still on cooldown. He Yule Scepters himself to buy himself time. Here comes the quick Ghost Walk, but no. Not fast enough. You could see he was able to queue it up, but not able to enable it quickly enough to survive the engagement. And that team fight a solid win for the Canadians. Now taking their time advantage to not push a tower but rather take Roche. Here come the wards. And the biggest chicken you'll ever see. My guess is Wraith King will take the Aegis. And I'm sure that Radiant knows that they're here, but can't contest it at the moment. Wraith King does indeed take the Aegis. Let's see where they go with it. Looks like they've chosen to defend first. Then they'll probably regroup and try to push. Necro, not afraid. Going in alone.
Top tower, you know the drill.
He does have a Blink Dagger.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Axis Tranquil is paying off for him here. Able to regen his health before the next engagement. Looks like we have a smoke for the Dire side, and they are going to see if they can find a target. They do find Necrophos, but he fades back before they can capitalize on it. Shadow Shaman scouting with the Smoke of Deceit. You can always tell when a hero is near by it dropping. And there are some pings. They do have vision of the Ancients, so they're going to go in. They're looking for a fight. Axe backs out just in time. Blinks away, and they're not going to find him there. They do see a Tiny. They're going to come in on him. Tiny moving back. Oh! And able to activate his Shadow Blade and get out of there just in time. That was a well-played retreat.
Why, thank you.
So it looks like they have moved back in order to defend bottom tower. Not wanting to lose any map control. They only have so much time to take advantage of that Aegis, though, so would not be surprised at all if they look for an engagement soon. Radiant invading the Dire side jungle, looking for something to kill. Not finding any targets. And Invoker now has a Force Staff, so he's got all the stabs. Ags on Invoker does make his cooldowns much slower. In the meantime, Dire pushing on bottom tower with all of their wards again. And it looks like there's a fast TP back to defend top tower. And trading tower for tower, but I think that the Dire got the better end of that. There's a toss and a huge black hole, catching all 4 heroes up here. 4 heroes? 5 heroes? Oh man. That's 4 heroes down. What a great black hole. Now they have vision of Necro, who has to retreat immediately. Wow, that black hole just, black hole just caught all of the heroes right on the edge. Well placed. My guess is, Radiant will be looking for that in the future and not cluster up. There's a Blink Initiation looking to ultimate the Venomancer. And there's the Mystic Flare in combination. Able to nuke down the Venomancer before he's able to get away. Ooh, and a Gem of True Sight for their trouble. Necro now has Dagon. Which is not an uncommon pickup for him. Allows him to get within nuking range of his ultimate more quickly when he's able to pair it with the Dagon.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
And it looks like the Axe does have a Blink Dagger. So he can do Blink Call initiation, or like he was doing in the early game, can get tossed for the initiation as well. Looks like they're gathering probably for a smoke. There they go. So a 4-man smoke, Invoker farming the jungle. And smoke will fall, but they are going to catch the Venomancer. That's enough lockdown to kill him. Tidehunter with the counter initiation pulls off a good Ravage. And Axe to fall as well. So all of these AoE disables pairing quite nicely. And Tiny just finding a path through the woods to escape, but he is caught by Tidehunter. Tidehunter's Ravage still down. He does have a Shadow Blade, but gets... That was a good sentry ward, catching him in the invisible state. And with the team right there, able to kill him before he can get away. So the last hero on Team Patriot, trying to farm up as quickly as he can. And the scoreboard is now 16-29. Canadian lead. So most of the big ultimates are back up on Team Dire. They're ready for another tower or another fight. Necro now sitting at Dagon 2. On the plus side, they do have the lead in the net worth chart, with Invoker sitting at 15k net worth. So my guess is, if they're going to pull off a win, it's going to be on the back of the Invoker for this game. Dire pushing top, while Radiant pushes mid. Maybe it'll be a base race. We do have the Forged Spirits now, and he does have 2 of them. That happens when he gets 4 levels in Quas and Exort. Dire will take top tower, while mid will take... Or, I'm sorry, Radiant will take mid tower. Dire will continue. It is a base race. They are going to break high ground, while Radiant has rotated, and they're going to try to take the bottom tower. Could be a rough gambit against a pushing lineup to trade map position here. I have a feeling they need to come back to this. Top tower will fall. There's the initiation. There's a toss that almost kills the Tidehunter, but he is able to get his Ravage off. Here comes Chaos Meteor. A ton of damage coming out. There's the lockdown from Necrophos, and Venomancer will fall as well. Last one up, Wraith King, caught in Mystic Flare. He'll fall as well, so they're going to trade 1 tower and 1 barracks for basically a team wipe. That's rough. I can't say who won that exchange.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
They definitely needed to take a team fight, so that helped a lot, and the damage from the Invoker. Look at this Invoker chasing all the way past tower. Yule's Scepter getting ready to throw down some more damage. Does get a kill on Tidehunter, and now has to get out. Dropping Forged Spirits so that he can lose the tower aggro. He has Alacrity on himself now, increasing his attack speed and damage. Still sticking around. There's a TP, still sticking around. Force Staffs his way out. Nice play from Invoker. The team coming in to back him up now and fuel the push. Will they push or will they rotate? Here come Forged Spirits. Alacrity now on the Tiny. And looks like they're going to push a little bit with the creep wave first. And they're going to fade back and go for Roche. Sunstrike to check. Dire massing for a fight. They do go to smoke. Looks like this might be a fight in the Roche pit. Oh, they're headed straight there. I think all of their abilities are up, so this could be quite the fight. If they come away with a clean win, this is going to be an easy continuation. There goes the Chromatic Blast. Oh my gosh. So much damage. Mystic Flare eating away at their health. Shadow Shaman, basically the only one left standing here. And he's going to get caught as well. Team Patriot walking away with 3 heroes intact. A team wipe for Team Dire. Definitely the team fight that they needed to get back into this. All low health, so they won't be able to capitalize too much, but Roche is almost down, so with the Alacrity advantage and a little bit of healing he has, they are able to continue up and take on the Roche, take the Aegis, and it is now on Necrophos. What a great team fight. They really needed those last 2 team fights to get back into this game. It's amazing how quickly they are turning it to an advantage. Even low health, brazenly pushing up. They have to pull a little defense here. Tidehunter playing Sentry. That Invoker and Necro team coming in for it, though. He does get gushed, but he is able to Force Staff his way out. Yule's Scepter first, EMP Blast set up. There's the Chromatic Blast. 1 dead Tidehunter. Healing from Necro, fueling the advance or retreat. Still sticking around. Here comes a Sunstrike. And he moves out of sentry range. Comes back in. There's the Meteor. Enough damage to cap off the Shadow Shaman. Skywrath Mage in a little bit too deep. Does get caught by the rest of the team. But there's a follow-up with an Alacrity on an Invisible Tiny. It looks like they have enough force here between the four of them to take the high ground. So Patriot... Oh, a glyph just in time. Tower still falls. A lot of pressure on these barracks. Wraith King and Venomancer. Enigma looking for a blink black hole. Not yet. Is he on cooldown? Yeah, he's on cooldown actually. Aegis on Necrophos, doing work. He's being chased. No escape for Necro. And that's going to be a virtual team wipe, where Patriot, Invoker, the last one left standing. So Canadians spinning the wheel back in their favor. Still have a team of 5 at full health. And I'm sure they'll try to capitalize on this right away. Roche is still down, which means they are going to take this into push territory. Looks like they want mid. Black Hole is up, Ravage is down. Invoker and Skywrath Mage and Tiny are up. Looks like there will be a team fight. They weren't able to get it over in time in order to field an advantage. Tiny might get caught here. He is able to Shadow Blade out before they catch him. They do pop down a ward and dust, but he's already out of the way. Axe playing sentry now. And Necro does have Dagon 4. So a lot more nuke potential. Here they come. An early ward to get some vision to high ground and put down some damage. There comes a tornado, catching 2 heroes and a bunch of creeps. Trying to take down the Serpent wards. There comes Glyph. Axe with the Blink Call, Blade Mail. Huge Ravage counter initiation. Chaos Meteor going down anyway, nuking down 1 hero, 2 heroes fall. There's the Chromatic Blast, nuking down Tidehunter. We have Shadow Shaman on the run. And Wraith King to fall for a second time. Venomancer now gets caught by Tornado, and he's in trouble. Alacrity on the Invoker, able to get him with the last points needed to take him down out of the fight. So overall, Patriot having the advantage in that team fight, taking down 4 heroes, losing 2. And Invoker playing very deep, with his Boots of Travel getting into the Dire base already. Tidehunter, the only line of defense, coming out to meet him. Hits him with a gush, but then has to blink away. Forge Spirits and Invoker. The Demolition team just wrecking the T4s here. Here comes Enigma. Caught in a tornado. EMP Blast comes down. Takes half his mana bar. They have vision of him now, so he can't Ghost Walk away, but he is able to just get him with straight up damage. Skywrath Mage coming in to help. Able to get Tidehunter. That's a team wipe. All 5 down for Dire. T4s are down. 2 are coming back. They know they have to. Here's Wraith King. Here's the stun. Catches him in the Yule Scepter, though. He's able to Yule's himself out from any sort of effective initiation with that stun. There's the combination of the Tornado into Chaos Meteor, and he does finally fall Shadow Shaman, ending Invoker's run there. Invoker buys immediately back. Not only does he buy back, but he already is back in the fight because of his Boots of Travel. There's another Chaos Meteor, getting the Venomancer. Wraith King under the effect of Cold Snap. Mass Serpent Wards trying to get him any way they can. Black Hole catching the Tiny and the Invoker. Invoker's stuck now. That's what they needed to turn that around. And now Invoker with a 118-second delay before he can get back into the game. Necrophos, the chicken form, will fall. Axe pressing the attack. Blade Mail trying to fight off the Wraith King. Does get the Wraith King. Oh, I'm sorry. Not the Wraith King. It was the, Wraith King actually got the axe that time. I guess it was Shadow Shaman. So now it's 2 heroes to 1. The Canadians with the kill advantage, but now having trouble with map advantage. They definitely had the early map pressure, but the Invoker has been such a threat. Especially with Boots of Travel now, just threatening to take base at any time. Tiny's got his tree. Looks like they won't find a fight there. Invoker still has 10 seconds to go before he gets back into the fight.
Someone took out the Radiant's courier.
Radiant loses their courier. An invisible Tiny. A scary thing when he's got his tree. And a Sunstrike to Roche Pit to check it. Looks like they're going to push mid. It's a 2-on-2 response. Venomancer and Enigma against the Tiny and Necrophos. Now the rest of the team is coming in. But Radiant fades to top. They're going to jungle a little bit on the way there, but Axe is pushing the top lane. Dire responds, shifting its forces to top. Looks like they're going to see if they can catch the Axe. Axe is able to blink away. In the meantime, Invoker just waiting for an opening to move in. Once he knows that he's there, or once he knows the team is over distracted and moving to top, he can push in the bottom lane. So that was a smart distraction play, that he can nuke this wave. So what he really needs is the creep line to move up so that he can use Boots of Travel to move into base whenever there's an opening. Sensing something's amiss, Dire is fading back to defend bottom. There's a Tornado EMP initiation. A brilliant play against a Wraith King since he needs that mana to reincarnate.
The Dire's Ancient ain't gonna last.
We now have Skywrath on a Dagon 1 and a Deep Ward. It is spotted out by the Dire's side, and they are able to take out that ward. Very important to preserve that high ground vision. Or lack thereof, if you're trying to defend the castle. And at this point, are they going to take a Roche? Yes, indeed. There's Tiny, beating up Roche with a stick. Alacrity on the Tiny, speeding that kill. And there's some cheese, too. Don't forget the cheese, guys. And the cheese on Necro. Sure, because why not? EMP Blast will catch the Shadow Shaman. Didn't do a whole lot to him, though. And it looks like they're going to try to push the creep line at both mid and bottom here. There's Tiny just clubbing creeps. Tiny's one with the Aegis here. Axe just waiting for an opportunity to do a blink initiation. Instead he's gonna move to the top lane and take out the creeps there. And right now Dire is in full defense mode. Moving his 5 to castle. They know what a chink in the armor this is, to have the open bottom lane. There's a smoke. Looks like they're going to try to find the Necro. There's a blink. Not able to capitalize on it. Necro able to get out in time. And there's an EMP blast. Invoker's stuck. He force taps his way out. Almost gets caught by the Ravage, but no. There's a black hole. Does catch 2. Chaos Meteor's in. And no escape for... Whoa. Too many heroes to keep track of. Dagon does nuke the Venomancer. Shadow Shaman barely gets away. Necro threatening to push mid now. And look at this. Tiny just going for the throne. He has the Aegis, so he's coming back. He's going to go back for the throne again. Clubbing it desperately with a tree. There's the toss. He doesn't even care. He's still going for the throne. Wards come down. They know they have to kill him. They kill him with the throne with 170 health left. It will regen. But that was so close. Wow, what a threat. That throne slowly regaining its health. But, wow. There had just been like one more hit. That could have been the game. Knowing they can't play defense anymore, Dire's reaching out, trying to see if they can take the fight to the Radiant side. But it's so difficult when Invoker can threaten to use his Boots of Travel at any time. There's the Blink Call initiation. Tidehunter gets nuked down. And they're on the chase against Shadow Shaman. He will not escape. There's a pig on the field for some reason in the form of a Wraith King. Wraith King gets dunked. He will come back, but here's the Sunstrike into him as soon as he pops back up. He tries to Force Staff his way out. Somehow he got a Force Staff anyway. And a dunk from Axe will finish the deal once again. Now, full race is on. Tornado straight up the field. Everybody's just advancing straight up mid. There's a buyback from Shadow Shaman, knowing that they need to mount a defense. There's a buyback from Tidehunter. This is going to be it, folks. If they can't stop this push, can't stop them going for the throne, they'll be in such deep trouble.
Dire's mid towers having technical difficulties.
So 3 of the team going up mid. Invoker and Necrophos cutting around. How much health is on... Oh, the Ancient. Not enough. That's going to be the game. Great game and a great match series. And a very nice Patriot victory for the first tournament season. Congratulations, guys. Well played. Very nicely done. And thanks for joining me, guys. Really appreciate it. That's going to be the end of our broadcast for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed watching it. Great game, guys.